Hello friends, family members, fellow Rams. My name is Christian Dixon. It's been my honor to serve as the president of the student body of the Associated Students of Colorado State University. I want to welcome you tonight to this evening's programming where we will announce the results of the 2022 ASCSU elections. Tonight is an exciting night. It's the night that you meet next year's leadership. Tonight, the instruments of democracy will proclaim their chorus, the right to vote in selecting your leaders, to have a voice and to steward the $63 million student fee package of CSU, a right that very few students across the country at other universities have. We're blessed in that regard. I first want to extend my gratitude to Elections Manager Boyenko, who stepped into the role less than 3 weeks before the election. She and the entire election committee have been absolutely incredible and are the results of the success of this election. I remember my election night vividly. I had two of them in this room, both as speaker and as president. I remember the anticipation, the anxiety, the hope, and a bright tan line that was on my face from wearing a mask while campaigning for 3 days in a row. You know, I think for the candidates, right? Your teams are so enthusiastic. I remember our team specifically, they're screaming, echoing into even these chambers here. So much so that the police were actually called when our presidential ticket was announced. So that's the bar. I'm expecting some loud noise from your teams for the names that show up tonight. It's been an honor to serve you the last 3 years as a Senate committee chair, Speaker of the Senate, and now currently President. My first memory in student government, I remember addressing the Senate, vying for a committee chair seat, sharing my vision of love, dignity, and respect, where every person is truly known and celebrated, creating that environment, a vision that I believe is alive on this campus today. It's a vision of celebrating those who are often not recognized. One of those groups being our beloved custodians, Juliet, Ellen, Balbino, who retired after 22 years, Cody, Melanie, Miguel, Ben, and many more. You've been the humble change agents that inspire me every day. For the names that show on the screen tonight, next year's leadership, I want to invite you to consider some words of advice that I've discovered throughout my leadership with ASCSU. Number one is step into your power. Every time that you meet with elected officials, administration, the Board of Governors, our 30,000 students are counting on you to defend their interests with integrity and an unwavering commitment to serving the students above all else. There is a drought currently in student advocacy at the state, local, at the federal level. It's a call for you to unite the statewide coalition of student leaders. And in February, as an example, ASCSU hosted the Student Summit, the day at the Capitol Student Summit, meeting with top officials in the state, 60 students from 14 universities and community colleges, advancing the student interests and defending you at the state capitol. Make your presence known in the halls of City Council, build bridges across the divides between the students and the long-term residents, and embrace the fact that you will speak for 18% of the city of Fort Collins. And never forget, my friends, that your success is contingent on your ability to ensure that all voices are heard. And all voices can only be heard if you proactively and intentionally foster a welcoming and inclusive environment, a type of participatory justice that invites those with lived experience, the voices with lived experience, into positions of power and influence. Make that your mission, my friends. It is a challenge, but it is vital, and it's my call to action, and I trust that you will answer that call. Finally, remember that a university at its foundation is a community of people. It's a collection of inspiring, ambitious, curious change makers, change agents that are equipping future generations to shape a better world, and you're a part of that. It's my hope that you will step into that legacy, that you will mobilize and impact this world long after your time at CSU. To my presidential cabinet, 22 of the most talented and effective leaders I know, I am indebted to your service to our student body and to your impact to every student on campus. Driving partnerships across our network, reaching and impacting student lives. You, my friends, are the bedrock of my vision and Mary's vision. And Mary, a special gratitude to you. It's been quite the journey, my friend. I couldn't have done it alone. To the Senate and the judicial branch, it has been an honor to serve alongside you this year, and I look forward to the impact that lies ahead. This is not yet a farewell, although it is an invitation. It's an invitation and a reminder that all moments must eventually end. All chapters must be sealed to make room for the stories of the next generation of change makers, those who will defend your voice and advance your vision for our community. We don't know those that will inherit this community 20 years from now, but they will know us. They will know us and whether we rose to the occasion to maximize the potential of our community. Although my and Mary's chapter concludes on May 31st, we trust that the legacy will follow. The relationships and the partnerships we have forged, the environment we have cultivated, the projects our team has advanced for community belonging, accessibility, sustainability, housing and basic needs security, civic engagement and advocacy, the work to take down U+2. I trust that these endeavors will continue. The future is promising, my friends, and never forget that we are Aeternum Arietes, eternally Rams. Thank you, and please welcome the 2022 Elections Manager, Gemma Boyenko, to announce the results.
Hello and good evening, Rams. My name is Gemma Boyenko. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I am your ASCSU Elections Manager. Before we discuss our elections results, I'd like to take a moment to honor all of the hard work our ASCSU members put into the 2021-2022 academic year. Whether you're watching from home or the ASCSU Senate chambers, or maybe you're just catching the highlights tomorrow, thank you. I hope each of you find some time to reflect on all the wonderful things, both big and small, that you've accomplished this year. I am honored to work alongside leaders such as yourselves. Now, I have the privilege of announcing the results of the 2022 ASCSU elections. This election cycle has been unorthodox. I stepped into this role just days before spring break and a week before the start of campaigning. I'd like to extend my sincerest thank you to our elections advisors, Pamela Norris, Jason Hewitt, and Jess Deardahl, for their guidance, and to each member of the elections committee who worked overtime to ensure that our candidates felt supported. Thank you for your sacrifices and your service. And finally, for our candidates and ASCSU members who encouraged voter engagement, thank you for your advocacy. Now, let's take a look at voter turnout. 1,854 students voted in this year's election, which is 6.17% of our entire student body. I'm pretty proud of this turnout. Given that we had essentially 4 weeks to plan the elections, 6.17% is great turnout for our student body. And here's the voting breakdown across colleges. It does unfortunately mean that our ASCSU Constitution was not ratified. So any changes made this year in the form of elects passed by our Senate was not adopted. The organization will continue to operate under the 2020-2021 Constitution until a new Constitution is ratified. And with that, I'd like to move into the official results of the election. First, let's take a look at the winning design for next year's Forever Green shirts, and that is Grace Linscott. Congratulations, Grace. And now, some of our notable mentions. We have Keanu Reeves, Cam the Ram, the Kool-Aid Man, Kanye West, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, your stepmom, your stepsister, Slippery Jimmy McGill, and the winners of the senatorial race for each academic college. For the College of Agricultural Sciences, congratulations, Lydia Oker. For the College of Business, congratulations, Noah Burge. For the College of Health and Human Sciences, congratulations to Faraz Bukhari and Sabina Gabru. For the College of Liberal Arts, congratulations to Sammy Trout and Theo Reese. And finally, for the Warner College of Natural Resources, congratulations, Abrao Pereira. Before we move on, the list of colleges without running senators. The College of Engineering, Graduate School, Intra-University, which are undeclared, and the College of Natural Sciences. And now I have the wonderful privilege of announcing the winner of the Speaker of the Senate race. The Speaker of the 52nd Senate will be Nicholas Nick DeSalvo. Congratulations, Nick. Speaker of the Senate serves as a leader and facilitator of the ASCSU Senate, a body of student representatives responsible for allocating over $100,000 in student fees to projects across campus. Nick DeSalvo ran a successful campaign on the platform of accountability, leadership, and active listening. While Nick does not currently hold a seat in the ASCSU Senate, he serves on the board of Student Organizational Funding, which responsibly allocates student fee dollars to student organizations. And in a moment, we'll hear from Speaker-elect DeSalvo. I'd like to extend my thanks to Speaker-elect DeSalvo before we get started. Speaker-elect.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for this honor. All I'm going to do is thank folks. This was not a solo effort by any means. And I guess first it starts with my support system at home, the folks who donated and made this financially possible for me and easier to spread my message. Of course, I have to thank Emily Bowler for seeing something in me initially and encouraging me to run. Without her, I would not be here. I also want to thank my campaign team. Without you guys, I couldn't have done it. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and get to work for the students of Colorado State University. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker-elect DeSalvo, and congratulations. We wish you the very best for the 2022-2023 academic year. And now, I have the absolute honor of announcing the winners of the President and Vice President race. The President and the Vice President of the Associated Students of Colorado State University for the 2022-2023 academic year will be Rob Long and Elijah Sandoval. Congratulations, Rob and Elijah. Rob and Elijah ran a successful campaign on transparency, financial responsibility, mental wellness, and community. Both Rob and Elijah have experience serving the student body as college representatives in the ASCSU Senate. Rob as the College of Business Senator, and Elijah as the first-generation Student Collective Board Senator. They look forward to working on projects around housing security, mental health, and wellness. So let's hear from your next student body Pres and VP, Rob Long and Elijah Sandoval.
Hello, Rams. It is my pleasure to be your next president of CSU, ASCSU. I just want to say, first of all, thank you to all the voters who believed in us and our four principles. Another big shout out is to Alex Farias, who kind of inspired me, at least, to run for president, and just looking up to her, she's been a great mentor. I also want to thank my family, and just our campaign team, Bailey Shepard, John Williamson, and Noah Burge. Just thank you both, thank all of you. And Elijah, if you have anything to add.
I'm so sorry, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who voted for us, everybody who voted in general, thank you so much. Thank you to Christian Dixon, who inspired me to run and inspired me to get involved with ASCSU in general. And Mary, thank you so much for inspiring me as well. And so sorry, I'm happy, I am sorry. Thank you, Sammy Trout, for being there, being my emotional support person. And thank you everybody in the ASCSU chambers who are probably laughing at the fact that I am crying because nobody ever sees me cry. And thank you to my mom and Alex who are watching. You guys never gave up on me, and thank you so much. You did it.
And that concludes our elections results for the 2022 election cycle. Thanks again to everyone who made this election a possibility. Your hard work does not go unnoticed. And good luck to all our incoming student leaders. We wish you the very best. Good night, and go Rams.